Good morning, Savages. This is Savage Sunday, and I'm your host, Eli. Today, our topic is psychopath. What's a psycho? Typically, people will look at it, in the context of a crazy or unstable personality. So pretty much a violent, person who doesn't think logically and is just out there on a killing spree. But the word psycho in and of itself actually has a Greek etymology of soul, spirit, or mind. So in today's topic, psychopath, we're going to be talking about the path that we take to our mental wholeness. A psychopath is normally associated with an insane person or someone who struggles from insanity. And as we all know, that old saying goes that insanity is someone trying to do the same thing over and over to achieve different results. And that comes from an older model, so to speak. It's not the true definition. However, if we're looking at things from that perspective, how many times have we done the same thing day in and day out, hoping something would change, but not doing anything to actually make it change? That's where we're diving into today. We are gonna reclaim the psychopath, and we are going to do something completely different. We're gonna work on our journey to heal our minds, but we're gonna do it with a practical example. On the road to recovery with our psyche, I'm gonna liken this to driving a car. If any of you have driven, which I have for too many years, the practical way that it works is that the car most times can't go anywhere without someone in the driver's seat. So it requires you to get in the car, turn on the car, and head to your destination. Let's just say the car is your body and you as the driver are the mind of the car. You get in the car and you determine where you're going. But how many times have our very actions of every day been driven by our mood? Sometimes
we're too depressed to get out of bed.
Sometimes we're
too anxious
to achieve our next small step or our small goal, because in our minds, there's so much fear of the unknown. How many times have you wanted to do something, but your impulsive behaviors ended up directing you a different way? How many times have you done things you didn't want to do, but you did it anyways? There's something inside that just won't allow you to be happy. There's something inside that won't allow you to be calm. There's something inside that just won't allow you to be in control. That something is your mind. So in order for us to get to the destination, we've got to change the driver. This is the driver.
And Eli, that is easier said than done.
Got you. 100% I get it, because I've been there and sometimes I'm still in there. The focus of today is self-realization. We have to think about that journey that we're on and where is it taking us. Today I want you to think about the driver. A couple weeks ago, I told you that, and I confessed something that had taken place in my own life, where I allowed my thoughts to direct me to a suicide attempt. And ironically, it had to do with a car. And I drove straight into a median with the attempts to end it all. Obviously, it didn't happen. But the thing is, the car would have never hit the median if I didn't direct it to. So my question today is, who's in the driver's seat?
Is it depression?
Or is it you?
Is it anxiety?
Or is it you? Is it impulsive behaviors? Or is it you?
Is it addiction?
Or is it you? Is it you, or is it your habits? Today, I want you to think about the journey that you're on. And I want you to think about where you're headed. Take the time to think about it this week, because next week, the answers to this question is going to be wrapped up in how we wrap up this series. Find who's in the driver's seat. If you take some time to think about it, 9.9 times out of 10, it's not you. But we can get you in the driver's seat. But you have to take the time to self-realize what's going on. Because as just a precursor to what we're going to be talking about next week and how we're going to wrap up the series, the one that is in the driver's seat is the one that's going to ultimately dictate the destination. And if that's a destination that you don't want to go to, it's time to switch drivers. When we're thinking about the psychopath, we're talking about the path that you're on to get your mind right. And we will get it right. Next week, our topic is called The Art of Dying. We're going to be wrapping up this Asylum series, and we're going to be wrapping it up in a big way. We are going to go through a lot of information, but before we get there, I just want you to think about what it is that you want to change. Make a list, because next week we're going to go through it. But while you're doing that, if there's any subtle changes that you can make, go ahead and do that, because you deserve to be happy, and we're going to get there. Till next week, God bless. Stay safe. Stay sane. This is Savage Sunday.